Hello everyone, this week we have a full moon in Aries, first sign of the zodiac. We've got Venus, ruler of love and relationships, squaring Uranus, who's all about liberation and freedom, and Mercury, the planet that rules the mental realm, is finally moving out of its shadow period from the retrograde motion that it was in recently. All this and more in the upcoming video. Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from Sacred Soul Empowerment, here with my new weekly Empowered Moments video for the week of Monday, September 25th through Sunday, October 1st, 2023. For this week's weekly Empowered Moments video, we're going to be using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland for the main message for everyone. And your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from The Secret Language of Light. And Transmissions from Your Soul is the subtitle. And this is by Denise Jarvie. We haven't used this one in a while, so I had to look. All right, so let's go ahead before we start with the astrology for the week, or even looking at your stones of choice. We're going to start out with an empowered moment. So if you get yourself settled, close your eyes, take a deep breath. Make sure that your legs and arms are uncrossed so that the energy flows freely. Visualize, sense, see, feel, or just know that you're surrounded in this beautiful golden white light of Source, God, energy, Creator, all that is. And breathe that in deeply into every cell of your body. And as you exhale, you're letting go of all that your body, mind, and soul no longer needs. Imagine a grounding cord coming out of your root chakra, going down deep through the layers of Earth Mother Gaia, connecting with her crystalline heart chakra at the center of the earth. And then taking in a deep intentional breath to breathe up and in through that grounding cord, Earth Mother Gaia's healing, nurturing elixir of light. And as you exhale, it's being dispersed throughout all of your energy bodies, your chakras, bringing healing and balancing and alignment. And focusing your attention now on the idea, the fact that we have a full moon in Aries this week. Full moons are about a completion of a cycle, releasing, letting go, healing. But Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and Aries is about new beginnings, initiation, confidence, and a take charge energy. So this week, as we move towards that full moon in Aries, we're bringing a healing to our sense of self. Aries rules the self. Aries rules the individual. And as that healing comes in with our self-confidence, our self-identity, our independence, our leadership ability, it is healing all aspects of self so that we're letting go and releasing all that may seem to be holding us back right now. Any lack of courage or vitality or energy that perhaps in the weeks past we've been experiencing, we call on Archangel Michael to cut the cords to those energies of the past, those energies of fear, those energies of not believing in ourselves, the energy of lack of direction or confusion. And we ask Archangel Michael to please gently pull those cords at the root and release them to the highest vibration of light for us. Letting go and releasing all that we no longer need, and asking Archangel Michael, the warrior soldier of the highest vibration of light, to infuse us with confidence and courage, our sense of self-identity, self-esteem, self-confidence, giving us energy and vitality in order to move towards the next step of our highest and most important destiny path. So healing and completion, along with initiation and new beginnings, all wrapped up into one. Let's breathe that in deeply into every cell of your body. And as you exhale and in your own time, you can return to this time and place and space. Open your eyes when you feel ready. Let's get ready to look at our stones of choice. So I decided to choose 3 of what we might deem the most popular stones out there in the collective. We've got amethyst, beautiful purple amethyst. This is going to help to activate our third eye chakra, our crown chakra. It's good for spiritual awareness, enhancing our psychic abilities, and helps to put us in touch with inner wisdom. It can also help with our dreams, our dream time, and visions. Okay, and stone number 2, citrine, beautiful golden yellow citrine. This one's going to activate the solar plexus chakra, so it's activating and enhancing our self-esteem and our self-confidence, our boundaries, and it's great for abundance and prosperity and happiness and success. And then stone number 3 is going to be Lemurian seed quartz crystal, and the Lemurian seed quartz crystal is activating the crown chakra. Let's say it also is activating our ear chakras. That seems to pop into my head right now. So we've got an activation of claircognizance and an activation of clairaudience going on with this one. It helps us with clarity and focus, spiritual growth, divine guidance, and connecting with cosmic wisdom. So again, our stones of choice are the amethyst, the citrine, and the clear quartz Lemurian quartz crystal. Okay, let's put those aside here. Let's talk a little bit about the astrology for the week. So as we said in our meditation, we do have a full moon, but that's not until Friday. So let's start with Monday, the 25th of September. We've got Mercury, the planet that rules the mental realm, our mind, our thoughts, our perceptions, our communications, in his home sign of Virgo. He's been here a little bit of an extra long time because he was retrograde in Virgo not too long ago. Now he's still, as of Monday, still in his shadow period, still trying to move past that degree that he was when he first went retrograde. But on Monday, Mercury in Virgo is connecting in a positive trine to Jupiter, planet of expansion, planet that rules our belief systems, planet that rules abundance and prosperity energies, but Jupiter is in Taurus. Now, Jupiter spends a whole year in each sign of the zodiac. So it's been over a half a year now, Jupiter's been in Taurus. So we're in the second leg of the race, so to speak. And it's interesting because Jupiter, again, wants to rule this expanding into new horizons and seeing the big picture. But Taurus is kind of this sign of the zodiac. It's an earth sign, so it's focused and grounded, and it's sort of like the Buddha energy of being in the present moment, just kind of being still and in the present moment. And Taurus as an earth sign kind of has this own earthly timing. It's kind of a little slower moving, and again, Jupiter wants to expand, and he doesn't want to wait around, for Taurus to catch up. So it's a difficult placement, I think, for Jupiter and Taurus anyway. It's going to be a lot different next year in 2024 when Jupiter goes into Gemini for a year, but we'll talk about that later. So on Monday, with Mercury and earth sign Virgo connecting with Jupiter and earth sign Taurus, again, it's a positive connection. So we can expand our kind of practical steps and strategies. Virgo likes to look at the details. It likes to pick apart and look at each little step and each little details. Jupiter wants to expand it a little bit beyond that. But again, in Earth, we're not going to expand too far too fast. But this is good for creating like a good plan, a good strategy, a list of pros and cons, a list of things to do, And as far as communications can go well as far as brainstorming, figuring things out, kind of in a fix-it sort of mode. Let's think of solutions. Virgo is big on solutions, and Jupiter can expand us into the right solution. On Wednesday, the 27th, Mercury in Virgo is in an inconjunct to Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries. Now, an inconjunct means that it's a difficult or challenging aspect because the two planets and the signs that they're both in, they don't really gel very well together. They don't really have very much in common. So here we have Mercury in logical, analytical, detail-oriented Virgo, and it's trying to connect with Chiron, who's all about past life healing, shamanic healing, looking at these old past life wounds. And these wounds are in regards to ourself because it's in Aries. So our identity, our personality, our confidence, our courage, our sense of self. So here we have Mercury in Virgo again wanting to be in the mental realm of coming up with the right idea and the right solution on how to do something. But Chiron is kind of in this energy of healing things that aren't even really tangible to us in the third dimension because it deals with past life stuff. So we're trying to put these two together in such a way that they work best. So if we can kind of surrender, allow, use our intuition, but yet stay in that logical mind of analysis and trying to understand why something is or how something is or how something has worked. In this case, we're trying to figure out the past life wounds and how they've affected us in our current life. The practical steps maybe, or the strategy that we can take to heal these old concepts and these old energies and these old wounds that deal with our sense of self-confidence and self-identity. So on Friday is when we have the full moon. So Friday, the 29th of September, we have a full moon, 6 degrees of Aries. This means that the sun is at 6 degrees of Libra, the moon is at 6 degrees of Aries. Full moons, again, it heightens the emotional energy. Okay, full moons always heighten and magnify our emotional energy. And in Aries is a very reactive sign. So full moons are already a little touchy with the emotional reactions, the emotional buttons getting pushed easily. And in Aries, it's going to be even more so because Aries is that very impatient, quick to act and react sort of sign of the zodiac. It's ruled by Mars, the warrior. So our emotional, actions and interactions and reactions are going to be heightened a little bit. Full moons are about, again, endings, releasing, letting go, completion. It's a phase of completion after the full moon, that we're letting go of something, we're allowing healing to take place. But Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, is about new beginnings, initiation. It's all about the self and finding our confidence and finding our individuality and finding our take charge ability. So it's going to be an interesting combination. Also on the day of the full moon, Friday the 29th, we have Venus in Leo, and Venus rules love, relationships, money, finances, values, and how we value ourselves. And she's going to be challenging Uranus, the energy planet of freedom and liberation and change and sudden and unexpected redirections, in Taurus. Now, this is the third time and last time in these two signs of the zodiac that Venus is going to square Uranus. And that's because Venus was in a retrograde cycle herself not too long ago, remember? So she already connected with Uranus once, twice, and this has been since probably April, May of 2023. So there was two different times here that she already wanted to break free of something. She already wanted to break free of whatever was confining her and allow herself to express herself, because Leo, where Venus is a sign of creative self-expression and shining one's light and being confident. And so now here with this last connection to Uranus, she's ready. She's already done her reevaluation. She's done her healing process, because when she was retrograde, that's what she was doing, was kind of turning within to understand and value herself a little bit more and figure out how she wanted to express herself. Maybe she wasn't sure, she had forgotten. Now she's moving direct. She's connecting with Uranus for the last time. And there may be this sudden redirect or break into freedom or liberation energies. And this could, again, cover money and finances, as well as relationships, as well as, again, how you feel about yourself or value yourself. On Saturday, the 30th of September, we have Mercury in Virgo, and it's in a positive connection to Uranus. So here we have Uranus again. Uranus, futuristic thinking, God-mind energy, claircognizance, downloads of information from a divine source. And I say that with Mercury because, again, Mercury rules the ego mind and our thought processes, and Uranus kind of rules the higher God mind and epiphanies and revelations. So this is a great time actually to brainstorm. This is a great time to come up with new ideas, new possibilities, new thoughts, a new way of perceiving something. And communication can be like a channeling. It can be like this download of information that comes through, either for yourself or maybe in conversations with other people. Also on Saturday the 30th and into Sunday the 1st of October, depending on where in the world you live, is Mars, the warrior planet, the planet of energy and action and forward movement, in the relationship partnership sign of Libra, and in conjunct to Uranus. Here we have Uranus again. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Uranus energies are highlighted here. But again, in conjunct, the energies are not quite gelling here. Mars is trying to funnel his energy forth into Libra, relationship, partnership, finding balance, harmony, equality, in connections with others. And here comes Uranus that says, I want to be an individual. I want to liberate myself. I want to change something. I want to, either change myself or change my circumstances. And again, we have to find how we can fit those two energies together so that they work best. Now, by the time we get to the last day of September and the first day of October, which is September 30th to October 1st, Mercury is finally out of its shadow in Virgo. So the degree at which it went retrograde in Virgo some weeks ago, it's now passing that degree at the very end of September going into October. And it still has a degree or two left in Virgo to go, but pretty soon it's going to be going into Libra. And either way, it's out of its shadow. So it's out of the tough time. It's out of that phase of what it was trying to learn as far as your own, again, inner perceptions, inner thoughts, kind of, again, figuring out logically and analytically what your next steps were, what the pros and cons are, how to proceed forward, because Virgo, again, is all that analysis energy. Now it should be becoming clear, right? When Mercury is retrograde, even when Venus was retrograde on top of that, we had a lot of lack of clarity. We had a lot of questions going on about different circumstances and situations in our life and about ourselves and what we really wanted. So now Mercury's out of its shadow. Venus has long been turned direct. Mercury is also turned direct. And actually Mars has been direct. So those personal planets all moving forward now is going to allow for better movement forward on a personal day-to-day level. We still have a lot of planets retrograde. Jupiter, Saturn, Chiron, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, they're all retrograde, but those are slower moving planets that rule kind of more of a collective consciousness energy. And although they do affect us personally, I feel like at least on a personal day-to-day level for ourselves and in the situations and circumstances that we're immersed in, we're able to start to have some clarity, start to be able to make some decisions and have some forward movement. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the messages from our angels and guides. And the first card here, this is the 5 of Physical. Now, this psychic tarot has physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual as it suits. But the physical realm here of the 5 of Physical is like the 5 of Pentacles a little bit. And you can see at the bottom, it actually says financial and material changes. Now, the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of any suit really, is a little bit confusing and chaotic sometimes. Things are not grounded. There's a lot going on. So here we have a lot going on, or a little bit of confusion, or maybe a lot of confusion in the realm of money and finances and living situations and things that are tangible. That's what the suit of Physical is about, because it could be career and job. Those are kind of tangible things that we're living with, in our day-to-day lives. And so there can be a little bit of, looking at even the picture here, do I go in this direction? Do I go in that direction? Do I go here? Do I go there? Do I go here? There might be many possibilities and potentials, and we're not sure, and we're kind of split as to what direction or what decision to make maybe yet, at least in the beginning of the week. Either that or we're juggling a lot. Maybe there's something going on with job, money, finance, living situation, maybe even relationships. And we're trying to juggle it, move through the chaos and confusion. Or there's just a lot of things that are taking up our attention. It doesn't have to be negative per se, but it's a busy time. So whatever this is about, I would say, first and foremost, do what you can to stay grounded. Do meditation, walk out in nature, especially because it is the suit of Physical. We want to get out in the trees, the flowers, the grass, the beach, the wind, the mountains. We want to be in the physical realm to help us to be grounded and focused and more balanced, because this can kind of throw us out of balance a little bit. Let's look at the next card. Okay, the next card is a Major Arcana, and this is Major Arcana 10. In this deck, it's called Destiny. This would be the traditional Wheel of Fortune card, and you can kind of get that by the circle here. It's not really a wheel, but it's kind of a circle, and it's got different spokes, but the different spokes are you. This looks like all the same person. So this is saying to me again that there might be different possibilities or potentials or different opportunities, and there's many of them. And the Wheel of Fortune is usually about a shift, some sort of shift that's taking place, a shift in the wheel of fate, the Wheel of Fortune. There's something that's shifting, that's allowing either to put us on a path towards something better or shift us in our truth and our perceptions. It's not surprising, since we have a full moon at 6 degrees of Aries this week. It's going to shift us into more of an alignment with our true destiny path. So if we've been off path a little bit, or stagnant a little bit, or just unsure as to decisions or directions or choices, This might be that we have clarity to make those decisions and choices, or the full moon kind of comes in and brings us kind of this fated destiny redirection that comes in here. And even so, I feel like this is actually a great card for the full moon in Aries, because Aries is the sign of the self, the individual. And here again, these aren't looking like they're different people. This is looking like this is all the same person, but with different possibilities, different potentials, or we're paying attention to ourselves in different areas of our lives and where we want to shift, how we want to shift, what direction we want to go, and really tuning into what our destiny is. Ones, by the way, are about new beginnings. So again, Aries is about new beginnings. The number 10, which has that 1 in it, is about new beginnings. The 0 in numerology is about divine protection and guidance. So we have divine protection and guidance in whatever this new beginning or initiation of new energies is. Now, solar plexus chakra is indicated here because of the golden yellow light. So it's going to take our own sense of courage and confidence and leadership and take charge ability. Okay, it's about having a healthy sense of self-worth and healthy boundaries for ourselves as well as we move into whatever this energy is about. And then the last card for the week, okay, also a major arcana, but this is major arcana 7. In this deck, it's called Triumph. Now, in the traditional tarot, this is the Chariot card, and the Chariot card is usually seen as a chariot carrying a man or a woman in it, and has 2 horses pulling the chariot. One is usually white and kind of veering off in one direction. The other one is black and veering off into the other direction. It's interesting with this card because this card only has 1 horse moving in one direction and 1 rider, and he's carrying this flag that looks like a flag of victory. And in fact, the name of the card is Triumph. So it seems like we're going to be triumphant and successful in moving in the right direction, whatever this direction is showing us, this destiny card, this Wheel of Fortune card. And, you know, here again, the red is indicating root chakra energy, our sense of stability, our sense of security, our sense of groundedness and focus. So we're really grounded and focused as we're moving in a particular direction. And again, we don't have 2 horses veering off in different directions to where, you know, where we're not really moving forward because both horses are pulling against one another. This is 1 horse. So I feel like after this full moon in Aries, and with all of this Uranus energy, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I feel like we can be successful, victorious, triumphant in moving towards our goals, or at least moving towards the next step on the path towards our goals. All right, let's go ahead and see what the special message card is for you, depending on your stone of choice. So that first stone of choice was the amethyst. We're going to give this a little shuffle and ask for the special message. Whoops, I almost dropped that, didn't I? Special message, and I did drop one. Special message for amethyst kind of dropped in front of me. And it's the divine feminine. And that's interesting because Aries, where we have the full moon, is a masculine sign of the zodiac. It's about taking charge, moving forward, not hesitating. But this card for you, amethyst people, and I guess I can kind of see that. The amethyst has a very soft, gentle, kind of nurturing, feminine energy anyway. But we have the divine feminine, and we have this big heart, and it's emanating this beautiful, nurturing, loving, healing light. So I want to say focus on your heart chakra. Focus on balancing your heart chakra, opening your heart chakra, letting it reverberate this beautiful, loving, unconditionally compassionate, forgiving, loving, healing energy. That divine feminine energy wants to be emanated from the heart. And maybe it's forgiveness of self. Maybe it's love towards yourself. You know, again, that Venus squaring Uranus, Venus in Leo this whole time for weeks has been about, you know, finding your own sense of inner goddess. And this to me, I don't know, it just looks like goddess energies here with all those beautiful colors and the heart. So find your inner goddess and emanate that inner goddess, but do it in such a way that it's for others, yes, but it's also for you. So, find again that sense of self-worth and know how valuable you are, and take actions and steps in a divine feminine way, which kind of includes faith and trust and surrender, and moving towards the energy that you seek. And I just heard, like, in order to attract love, you have to be love. So, this might be love with friendships, or love with a romantic partner, or just love in your life, having, joy and happiness and love every day of your life. To attract love, you have to be love. And that, to me, is what this is saying. So be in your divine feminine. It doesn't mean to ignore the divine masculine, but be in your divine feminine of trust and faith and surrender, and allow yourself to expand into your unconditionally loving self. All right, let's put that one back in case somebody else gets it. Let's look at the citrine people are next. So, special message for citrine people. Special message for citrine. Yep, we got another jumper, folks. This one fell on the floor, so give me a second. Oh, where is it? Here we go. This one is wellness. Okay, so we're looking to not just have physical wellness, but emotional, mental, and spiritual wellness. And this definitely looks like a spiritual picture here, right? The person is in lotus position and got their hands in a prayer position above the crown chakra of the head. They've got light emanating out from a lot of their upper chakras, a big heart of energy. So here's another heart. Again, it has a very divine feminine feel. So, again, that Aries, masculine energy of the full moon, but then it dawns upon me, the moon is a very feminine planet, right? We only have really 2 planets out of the main planets in astrology that are feminine, and that's the moon and Venus. And, Venus is also highlighted this week on the day of the full moon. So this is all about bringing balance to yourself, bringing your body, mind, and soul into a sense of wellness. And again, how best to do that is through the energy of love. And this is higher love, spiritual love. And this is balancing yourself through quieting your mind and stilling your being still in your body, right? So again, it feels very almost non-active in a way, just like that first card. So to be well, to be balanced, to be healthy, whole, to be in a state of, true wellness, is to be in that divine feminine energy of love. So you might want to do some meditation. I'm trying to see, this looks like a sword. This looks like this person's holding a sword right here. This is like the spiritual warrior. So again, to me, I hear the spiritual warrior is not active, but the spiritual warrior emanates love, right? It's not action. It's not active. It's not about taking steps or doing things. It doesn't mean you're not to do things. Go ahead and do things and take actions. But this to me is about, being well is this state of stillness and peace and balance. So again, in all areas of your life, you're looking for that state of wellness and balance and wholeness. And that's a very beautiful card. All right, let's put that back. And then the last stone of choice was the Lemurian quartz. So the quartz Lemurian seed, I guess you could say. Let's give that a little shuffle. And special message for Lemurian clear quartz people. Lemurian clear quartz people. Okay, this one's calling my attention as I look at all the cards sticking up there. This one is, got to turn it on its side, create space. So create space. So here we have, like, to me, this is like the cosmos, the energy around you. To me, I just heard, again, heart space. So again, we're even though it doesn't look like a heart, that's what I heard in my mind, is like we're needing to go and create space, create the light within the heart space. So here we've got the energy again of the divine, the cosmos, and within the center, this is almost like a keyhole, right? It's almost like the key that's going to fit in that keyhole where the light is emanating and shining through is the creation of the heart space and opening up that heart space to love and light, right? Because it's all about what's coming from the heart. That's the most important center as far as healing and connecting to spirit, connecting to universal energies, connecting to your goddess energies. You know, you might think of sacral chakra to connect to goddess energies, sure, but the unconditional love of the universe resides here. It's in the heart space. So if we can create that space, emanate that light, emanate that love, emanate that peace, emanate that compassion, emanate that forgiveness from the heart space, that's the key that's going to unlock and open us to the mysteries of the cosmos, the mysteries of the universe, the mysteries of magic, divine magic and alchemy. So this might be create that space within yourself. This might be more practical. This might be about creating space in your home, creating space in your office, creating space in nature, to have some alone time, downtime, to be able to connect with source or to goddess or all that is, or universe, whatever term you want to give that energy. Okay, you have to have that space, no matter where that space is. Is it outside of you? Is it inside of you? Is it both? But create that space to connect to that light. All right, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this weekly Empowered Moments video. Pretty soon, I forgot to say it earlier in the video, this does bring us into October 1st for this week. So we will also be doing the October Empowered Moments video for the new month coming up. So be sure to look onto my YouTube channel to look at that or find that monthly October Empowered Moments video. It's a brand new energy. It's my birthday month, so I can't wait to see what the universe has in store for us for the new month. Sending you lots of love, light, and blessings, everyone, and namaste.